So CAR Ts, chimeric antigen receptor T cells, are basically a concept of reprogramming a patient's own T cells to go after various targets. And probably the first one that was really investigated is one called CD19, and that's actually displayed on B cells of all types. And it was initially investigated in multiple myeloma, but it appeared to be a relatively poor target, that cells would lose CD19, and perhaps not all myeloma cells were displaying that. So B cell maturation antigen is more reliably expressed on plasma cells and myeloma cells. And again, the concentration of BCMA antigen on the surface of myeloma cells seems to increase as patients become more refractory. Because it's also pretty much limited to plasma cells, it means that there are fewer off-target effects, which is, again, a very nice property of these kinds of drugs. You would like to just target the myeloma cells and not other drugs, not other types of cells. And so the BCMA fits that purpose. Well, I think that we've got some great data, both from the KARMA study as well as the CARTITUDE study. These are slightly different CAR T products. Both of them have had very high response rates. The CARTITUDE trial was updated at ASH recently and showed a 97% response rate, which is pretty amazing in people who've had an average of 5 different types of treatment. So I think that these therapies really are going to be used widely. There is going to be a limitation initially, that there has to be some expertise in the facilities that are administering CAR T, just so they're familiar with some of the side effects. And some of the side effects vary a little bit in timing depending on the different CAR T products. But again, one of the patient advantages receiving these types of treatments is they then have a period of time when they're actually off therapy, which many, many, many patients really enjoy. So I think with the kind of response rates and the duration of response, which seems to be quite good, particularly in those patients who obtain a complete remission, I think that these are going to be probably sought after as soon as they're FDA approved. I think one thing that we don't know, just thinking about BCMA and different drugs that are out there, so we do have belantamab. That's the only drug commercially available right now that targets BCMA. There are these bispecific engagers that target BCMA, and then there's CAR T. One thing that we don't know yet is how you sequence this. So if you have had one BCMA therapy and it stops working, could you move to another, or is there sort of an optimal way you move through these over time?